Hey, folks, Quilly here, and welcome to Motorsport Mondays. Man, I still can't get over. I was just doing some VOD stuff on the videos here and getting them transferred over to YouTube so I can get them ready to go publish. And we're at over like 90 episodes of this, and a bunch of these episodes are just the full 2-hour streams. We really have been doing this a lot. Oh man, it's crazy! I'm so excited, so excited. We are getting close to the end of the season. The next one is really gonna be the big one. Can we win it all next year? We're getting to be in a good position for it, so we shall see. We shall see. We've got, there's, I think, 3 races left this season? Oh no, 5! Jeez, alright, never mind. 5 races still left this season. We are mostly set in our standings. Mostly. No, I guess at this point, there's really no way for the constructors to change. I mean, mathematically, I guess it's technically possible, but basically not. So the only thing we're really interested in is trying to hit as many sponsor objectives as possible so we can maximize our money for next year, which is good. Removes a little bit of the stress, but we're still going to try really hard to win as much as possible. Next one's also a big one for George. What, the next race? Yeah, so we've gotten officially the announcement now. The announcement that everyone knew was coming, that Valtteri Bottas is moving over to Alfa Romeo. I hope that does really well for him. I really like the guy. Obviously, you know, he was in a clear number 2 position at Mercedes, you know, which, I mean, good team, I guess. He got lots of points, I guess, but at the same time, sometimes maybe a little bit demoralizing. I expect, I haven't actually checked. I don't know if there's been the announcement about George yet. There must be. But again, it's one of those, everyone knows what's coming. Yeah, so the announcement, I don't think the announcement has officially been made. But I mean, no, it's going to be all of a sudden, it'll be like Mazepin gets promoted to the 2nd seat in Mercedes. We're going to be like, wait, what? What? Yeah. The thing is, they've been saying it without saying it for at least 2 weeks now, confirming the move to, of George to Mercedes, effectively. So it'll be interesting to see what the dynamic is there. I don't know. Exciting times up ahead. Race this weekend, I have to say that that Dutch circuit was very cool to look at. Maybe not the easiest to overtake, although we certainly got some. Perez got a bunch, but I mean, mostly passing the backfield in a car that should be much faster. And don't get me wrong, I really love Perez, but I don't know if that really represents that he's like, oh man, what a super pro driver kind of thing. But I do think he is quite good, but I don't know if that was indicative. So overtakes there might be difficult. It was pretty good. I watched the W Series race though, which I think was on Saturday after the F1 quali, and that was pretty good. The W Series, they use it's the F3 Series cars, which aren't as wide and gigantic as the F1 cars. So there's actually quite a lot of overtaking there. Pretty good race format. So that was a lot of fun. Bum bum bum. Yeah, Bottas with the fastest lap stuff. Oh man, part of me's like, oh, what if he had just kept the pedal to the floor through the whole end of it? Because he set that fastest lap right at the end, but he pulled back in sector 3. He, slowed down in sector 3. He still set a fastest lap, but not as fast as he could have. It would have been a hell of a final, middle finger if he just stuck it in there, kept it, beat Lewis. We'll see. Thank you for the bits. I got 8 Leopard. Has sent in some bits. Thank you very much just now. Was checking the pit times. In practice, pit times go from 16 to 26. So it really is a big range. Hashtag Monty Mondays. Leopard, I always appreciate your mathing and dedication to the pit lane times on these races, which is really good. We're going to start Vancouver very soon. Also got a bunch of bits from Untrusted Life. Thank you very much, Untrusted. That's awesome. Have a good Labor Day to my fellow Americans. It's also Labor Day in Canada. I don't know about other places as well, but indeed today is a holiday in at least the United States and Canada. Celebrating the labor movements, which standardize things like the 5-day work week, 40-hour work week, not being treated like garbage by your employers, although obviously employers have tried to claw that back as aggressively as possible since then. But it is actually a very important holiday that we don't usually think about the meaning, right? It's just like, oh, it's the day off in September. But it's actually like a really nice notable holiday about, treating humans like human beings, which seems like a pretty important thing. So yeah, thank you very much, Interested Life. Also, Quill Sup, so you activated the key I sent you. You're awesome with that. Usually I get ignored. Yeah. I'm gonna take a look. I haven't played it yet, but I'm gonna take a look. We also got some gift subs in from. Hold on, I gotta scroll this page to see it properly. Wait, where is it? Ruben Klunz! There it is. Because I had scrolled past the chat already, so I had to look on the other page. Ruben Klunz, thank you very much for gifting a bunch of subs to the channel. That is really appreciated. As a reminder, it is September, and subs are 20% off right now. So, if you've been waiting on it, it's just a cool way to support the channel and do those sorts of things. Anyway, let's move on to playing the video games, shall we? Done. Labor Day in Spain is May the 1st. Oh, cool. Excellent. Otherwise, the real Workers' Day is May 1st. Interesting. Oh, that's quite cool. Yeah, Border Fastest Lap. Yeah, no, the Fastest Lap stuff was awesome. Okay, so I have advanced. So I think the last stream we ended like right after a race. Because when I loaded the save, it was actually still in the post-race screen. I was like, did I load the wrong save? But no, everything seemed to be okay. We finished our second super turbo illegal gearbox over here. Well, actually, it was our first super turbo illegal gearbox. Now, I thought about going and designing the next gearbox right away, but the next gearbox, super illegal gearbox, which would have like a better value than this. I think it was going to be about 22.19 or something like that for rating, but it was going to take something like 25 days to develop. I thought it might be a good idea instead to just rip out a few suspension parts because it'll be much faster to develop, and then we can get some improvements over there. So that's why right now we are in fact developing a suspension. I think it was about 8 days total development time. So it seemed like we'll get more of an improvement by doing that right now. I mean, the suspension isn't our worst part. The brakes are. But the turnaround time was going to be so fast. So suspension seems sus to me. Boo! 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 Oh, you're doing a Croatia run on EU4 as well, DeBoer. Nice. I'm having so much fun with my Croatia run. Man, oh man. I mostly just picked it because I like the color. It turns out it's a really, really fun nation to play as. Make sure you get an illegal engine. Did we or did we not? I don't remember. I guess no, we never got around to doing the illegal engines. And you're right, we do get a tremendous amount of value from our engines. The engines sort of double dip on stats. So maybe we should we'll take a look at the stats on what we can do with our engines. Maybe we can do like something as crazy as like a 2500 rated engine or something. I think we did goof on this legendary, whatever parts were chosen. The rating's not that good. I mean, this is still a step up. Maybe, did we pick this one? See, we even have the higher red line. I don't remember what we did with this part. Like, why is this one so bad? I don't know. Anyway. I think we're just going to go ahead and race. I've rotated the pit crew. Oh, the other thing is I was looking at what other areas of improvement might we have. And I was wondering, with our driver here, Alex Barbosa only has the 13 in reliability, which I guess doesn't matter now that I think about it. Because we have him working on performance and we have Jeffrey working on reliability. So I guess it's fine. I mean, he only has the 17 concentration, but I thought maybe we can get someone else in here. And I did put in a bid. I guess I'd go scouting. I don't know where you can see existing bids. I put in a bid. Was it on Gabrielle over here? Because... yeah, two things. She's got Pit Stop Guru, which is great. She's also got a Super Overtake mode, which we know is brilliant. However, I think because of the trait on, I guess, Balky, I think she is limited. She won't actually be able to max out the relationship here. But it does open up the possibility of double Super Overtakes for quality stuff, which is quite cool. And then for race, having the Pit Stop Guru is... great. I think I'd prefer, even if we can't unlock the second trait, I think I'd prefer access to Pit Stop Guru rather than sweeter spots. Concentration of 12, I believe, or sorry, 17. We're looking at replacing Alex Barbosa over here, who also has in 17. So they have effectively exactly the same stats, because I don't think reliability is going to matter. So technically, the new one would have better reliability. I don't think that matters. Otherwise, I think they're identical, because I think she had all 20s and the 17 over here. but I think her traits are better. Oh yeah, you were looking at the other mechanic. Yeah, Jeffrey over here has straight 20s and the super overtake mode. I mean, this guy here, we never want to give up on Jeffrey Beckler over here. Much like a popular 80s song, we never want to give up on him. So anyway, so I put in the offer, just there. We can accept or not when it comes in. We'll give it some think. We're also going to take another look at the scouting screen. Actually, maybe we should do that now. I'd started some people like previously a long time ago. See, part fixes. I mean, we're not critical on part fixes. Chemistry a little lower is not a huge deal. You also have the pit stop guru and then pit stop legend, which did we use Eve Harding before? I feel like we had someone with both those traits at one point. Juan Lopez. Yeah, the sweeter spots in this. I don't know, man. Let's just rickroll us. All right. Anyway, we're going to Vancouver over here. How aggressive do we want to be on these? Again, it feels like third and above is a risk, especially we need to get both of these to justify taking it over Football Manager. It turns out that so in Milan, we wouldn't have gotten Vamoose. In Rio, we would have gotten both parts. In Phoenix, we only got half, which means the Vamoose is no better than Football Manager. I think, given on how our performance has been going, the only thing that makes sense is Football Manager, because it's very difficult for us to get third or better in quali, especially with it all being dry. It is interesting that it's going to be very stable, temperature-wise, throughout the entire weekend. It's predicted to be clear and sunny, and about 19 degrees throughout the entire weekend. The tire compounds are going to be quite soft, which I think is okay, because it's a little on the cooler side. It's not cold, but a little cooler. That the harder compounds, if we're running on yellow, might dip a little in temperature. And here, less so. It is Moose Land, I suppose. So there is the moose, but I don't know. There's no location bonus because it would be calculated in. We've noticed before, we have confirmed it, that if there's a location bonus, it does show it to you in the bonus pool. So, no. There's no location bonus. 38 laps. 38 laps. Banana's already ahead of it. Good. I don't know. I guess that's about it. Tire selection. So, I think the pits lane here is fairly inexpensive. Because it's sort of like cuts off this corner over here. The straight itself isn't that long. So I think it's a little on the cheaper side. I think I don't think we have to plan around a 1-stop, and we might not even mind a 3-stop if it goes there. So that's something to consider for things. I'm not sure. Whiskey and Chocolate from Name Moose says Vamoose is much better than any sponsor. He has antlers and hooves. That's true, but I also like Football Manager. Yeah, I think the Ultras with their cliff at 20%, they think they really do have too short of life. So I really think we're going to look at basing a race around the Super Softs. I don't think we're going to use more than 3 Super Softs during the race. I can't see a universe in which that happens. Even if we make 3 stops, it's probably 3 Supers and an Ultra or something like that. So I'm tempted to do something kind of like this. So that gives us 1 tire to practice on, get the knowledge, and then 3 tires for race day. It is conceivable, though, especially if we get level 3 knowledge, we might feel that the Super Softs are going to be about as good as the Ultras. Especially with it being a little cooler, it does incentivize a little bit of pushing. So we could go like this. Obviously, we're going to use 2 Ultras during quali. But what about, how do people feel about this? A 3-5-1. Still leaves us an Ultra for race day, in case there's like a tiny little stint or a safety car or something like that. We have the 1 Ultra available, but this opens up the possibility if for some reason, because let's say the Super Softs only last, well, it's very conceivable, especially with high tire wear. They might only last 10, 11, 12 laps or something like that, which means 3 sets of Supers, let's say 12 laps, 3 sets of Supers last us 36 laps, which isn't enough. 4 sets, obviously more than enough, but we could do a little bit of pushing. I don't think I want to do the softs. I don't think it's a very expensive pit stop. Yeah, high tire wear, and I think it's a cheap pit stop. I don't think we're going to pack multiple softs, because I don't think the pits are going to cost us that much. We might still end up doing a stint on the softs, depending on how the timing works out, but I think I like this. So we're going to give it a try. Parts fitting, I don't think there's any changes to be made. All of the parts that we're using are fully... It's weird. I was like, hold on, did we not have brakes installed on Chica's car? No, we're fine. So yeah, we're running the 2 best brakes, 100% reliability. There's literally nothing I can do reliability work on that we can actually use. We've got the 2 best engines equipped. Yes, indeed. And full reliability, so we're good there. There's the bigger red zone over here on Monty's car, but that's fine since she can't tend to push the engine as long because of fuel concerns, so we're okay there. We have the 2 best front wings, 100% reliability. We have not literally the 2 best gearboxes because they would be illegal. Hold on. Oh, no, yeah, because this one's illegal as well. So we're running this gearbox and this gearbox over here, which are the highest stats, and they're reliable. And then there's nothing else to do over here. I think we're in good shape. If I recall correctly, pits an average pit time like 19 seconds. 19 seconds is still not too bad. So, I don't know. We'll see what it looks like on race day. Maybe we can get some specific numbers from Aid Leopard over here. 442 best lineup. Is this a Football Manager reference? All right, let's go. You know what I didn't grab? Damn it. I didn't grab something to drink. I should go and get a glass of water. Please bear with me for 1 second. The chair will keep you company. Okay, I am back. Water. Excellent. Take a glass of vodka to celebrate Valtteri's Freedom Day. I do like that idea of being Freedom Day. Okay, so 38 laps. Let's take a look at what the tires actually look like they'll do. That's nice. Looks like super, super, super is the way to go. Because that'll be 42 laps. Which gives us 4 laps to spare. We could consider doing a little bit of pushing, especially maybe on the first stint, right? Do a little shorter on the first stint. Something like that. Sorry, did I say 42? Yeah, 42 is correct. Which, again, I like to use the smaller numbers. So probably, like, the first tire, maybe we run it for 12. Yeah, because you can do 12, 13, 13. That, I think, sounds very nice. With the exception what we might do, and what's great about this is we've got some flexibility for when we pit. If our cars are neck and neck, we can have 1 pit on 12, 1 pit on 13 to break up the pitting order. So that seems fantastic. We definitely want to practice on the super softs then, get the full super soft knowledge. That's going to be great. How do these compare? So the handling's probably at the higher end. Okay. Oops. So I do want to shorten this up. I'm going to leave it on that edge. That's going to be okay. And I don't think I'm going to make any changes with Rhea, but we'll have to remember if we need to make an adjustment, we want to go... Or, you know what I could do? Just so that I don't forget. I'm going to shorten up the speed balance, and then what we can do is we can lengthen the speed, the engine modes, if it misses over here. Quite a lot of curves, so it might make some sense. All right. How many laps for the Ultras? That's actually a great question. You're right. We should acknowledge that. 10 to 12. So we really can't sneak in that. I mean, theoretically, okay. We could do super, super ultra, because that would bring us to 38 laps. But the ultra timing is so squidgy for that cliff that a lot of times it's like, I can't get in, so we're counting, you know, we'd hope for 10, but it could end up like, you know what, we're going to get 9.5 laps through and hit like the hard cliff and just have massive problems. So I think 3 supers is the way to go, and then we can push on the first stint. In fact, we might have to push a tiny bit on all of them because the temperature is going to be, again, I think the temp's going to drop a bit. We'll try to keep an eye during practice here. We'll see if the temperatures drop while we're doing our laps. And yeah, that's right. Super, super ultra leaves no room for pushing. It's theoretically still faster, but I think this is going to be quite comfortable. Now, if there turns out to be a safety car somewhere in there, we can maybe slip in an ultra. Yeah, Electricon, the race is actually 38 laps. It's 42 if we take the tires to the full duration. But yeah, 12, 13, 13 equals 38 laps, which is the length of the actual race. But I can see why that would be... why my wordage was not clear. Let's go race trim on both, please. Go, go, go. Monty's heading out. Bring in, bring in. I mean, these laps are pretty short. We might not actually see the temperature change. Not until we, like, keep them out. Yeah, I think it's a little hard to see over here. We skipped the entry into pit lane for me noting the time. I'll try to note the time on the way out. Okay, downforce, very poor. So we obviously have to make a big change in downforce. Let's dial in a fairly significant amount. And you know what? I'm gonna... is there room... It must be over here. Because based on what we saw for the prediction on Balky's car, the speed balance is really over on this far left end. So this being okay, like, we're not close, but it must actually mean the speed balance is, like, right on the edge over here. Right? Huh. We'll see. Unless with Balky, like, both of them are going to be a little bit different. It could be over here. Like, the thing is, if it's okay, I think that's a fair distance. There's not enough room here. This can't possibly be the excellent, because the great would be around here, the good would start around here. It does, and I mean, the thing is, the fact that we're out of gearing over here is also a big clue. It must be the other way. Even though this is outside of the range for Balky, but that's just the way it happens sometimes. I think I want to give the handling a little bit more of a tweak to get a bit more info. See if this stays great, in which case the excellence probably in the middle, or if it becomes good and we'll get some better information. Okay, let's go with this. So that makes me think Balky might be bang on for her speed balance. Oh no, only good. Because wasn't she at the top end of her range? Wow. See, because we just set Monty's speed balance somewhere around here, right? Except based on... well, let me adjust the downforce first here. Based on Balky, her speed balance is clearly going to have to be at least here, if not further, which is very interesting. Let me soften the suspension a little bit and do something like this. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Wait, you can have an excellent outside of it? Really? Oh, shit. Still got to do these times. All right. Just try to get a little bit more precision, although Aid was doing some tests, or someone was doing some tests and figured this is 19 here. So, 58. We enter. Wow, so it took about 16 seconds for us to enter. 16 seconds. That's a long... wow. Okay. I mean, we're near the end over here, but this might be a little bit long, actually, this pit step. Well, it's good that we're only doing 2 stops, so that's going to be okay. Oh, only 84%. We did not improve that much. So we went from very poor to only okay. And that definitely, there's not enough room in there for a good or great. So, shit, we need a lot more downforce here. And the speed balance went from okay to great over here. I'm thinking we go slightly more to the right even. And the handling was great, became good. Okay, so the handling's clearly on the other side. Somewhere over here. Wow. Oh shit. Okay, we'll have to count Balky's out time. So from poor to okay, yeah, no, we need a lot more downforce. And the handling was good over there. So the handling, again, yeah, we need quite a bit stiffer. And the speed balance was good, is now great. I'm going to shorten it one more tick here and see what that does for us. Alright, so Balky, we're going to wait until she... I guess we can still wait for Monty, actually. Okay, starting to pull out at about 21. Maybe 20 for that. So about 9 seconds to leave. So total time in the pit lane about 25 seconds. Maybe about... It might take 5 seconds to go through here, so about 20 seconds. So yeah, very, very standard. So yeah, we don't count the 25, because the question is how much time do you lose in the pits. So, and yeah, 25-second total in the pits isn't bad, and the fact that it's not straight lines, it's corners here and here, means the people outside of the pit are actually going to be slowed up quite a bit. So yeah, I don't think it's a very expensive pit. 3 stops might not be unreasonable, but I think we'll be very happy with our 2 stops on the supers. 3 stints, 2 stops. Well, right, that's true, and you add 2 seconds for the tire change, which I wasn't doing. That's a good point. Although I think we were counting some of the garage in times. I'm not sure. Of course I can use old setups at baseline, but that would deny me the fun of this mode. I suspect we probably don't actually want to go any further with the downforce, just on the basis that I'm really running out of wing to dial in. But to kind of confirm it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and expect that this will flip us back to good, which will give us all the information we need. The handling, okay, was great here, is still great, so the sweet spot's probably in the middle. Let me adjust the speed balance first. Okay, it was great there, so we did overshoot. I think that might be too far. Probably a little bit. How do I feel about the handling situation? Well, that actually will put us smack in the middle of the 2 grates. Grate there, and the grate here. Alright, this actually looks pretty good for Monty. Except potentially the downforce. There's a chance that the downforce leaves the grate here, but again, that'll give us all the information we need to know. Hey! Alright. We're actually having a hard time finding it on this race. Things aren't where we expected. At least we don't have to worry about moving the downforce anymore. So the handling was good over here. Became poor that way. Oh, shit. I didn't realize it was good here. So I went way too far with this handling. Something like that. Speed balance is good at the limit. It was great there. Okay, so... well, we don't know exactly. I think it's going to be fairly close. Yeah, I know that phone ringing in the background in the pits, huh? It's the pits. Come on, pull in. Thank you. And do that and see what it does for us. But actually, you can kind of just stay out now for your race trim. So Balky, just stay out. Welcome to the pits. Can I take your order? Okay, there you go. So, was great, became good there. What we're going to do for this is pull to the right of the previous grate, like that, and then attempt to fix these. Something like that. Alright, both of you stay out. Until you get this knowledge. And how's the tire temp? It's actually pretty stable at this temperature, actually. Maybe even going up a tick? Really? That is possible. Oh, Monty's in. Sorry, my bad. Missed that. Look at the handling, okay? This yellow bar is where it's great. That little triangle underneath it is where it's excellent. I think that might be 1 pixel to the left. And the speed balance also has to go left slightly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the tire pressure like that. And then I'm going to pull up on here and fix this way. That might do... It might turn both of these to excellent without actually changing the percentage, but we'll see. Just go and do quality now, please. It's a pixel to the left. And then a step to the right. It really drives you insane. Let's do the tweaking again. That's not enough of a gap for there to be an excellent between those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this to get even further away from the previous double great. And it's going to break one, if not both of those. And then we'll get a lot of information. So Balky, bring in right away. Let's do the setup again. Yeah! There we go. There's some useful info. So we're still at 96, despite the extra excellent, which means the handling definitely got worse. So what we're going to do is possibly even a little more on the handling. Something like that. And then let me use the wing. There we go. That should be at least a 98, I'm sure of it. So you can both just stay out now. Get me that quality trim knowledge, please and thank you. Okay, Monty's going to be coming in this lap. Did we have the excellent in the, I think we did, right? Yes, we know. Okay, no, the excellent is actually, we went a pixel to the left. It turns out it was a pixel to the right. What we can probably do is do that. That's actually slightly to the right of the excellent, but that's going to probably be fine. There we go. Anyway. Just stay out. I mean, worst case scenario, you've got a 98%. We're going to be fine. Okay. So Balky's about to come in. Finishing the stints and the fuel. Oh, interesting. I broke the downforce. Wasn't expecting that. So we actually need slightly more downforce here, which I'm going to do with just the front wing. About like that. That might actually get us our last percent. There's all our trim, so we may as well bring you in. Actually, we may as well bring you both in, because we're not getting any more knowledge from this. We could send you out one more time. You know what? Since next season actually is important, I'm going to do some saving. I know. It feels... I don't know what setup this is. Like, what version of the track it is, but I guess it's the same. Oh, right. It'll name it automatically in the save file. I'm actually going to save. I don't... It's so stupid. And the thing is, we're still going to have to do some tweaking, but at least it'll get us closer. I feel dirty. I feel wrong. feel like I'm going to deny future me the fun of this full experience, but next season is so goddamn critical. Fire Monty. It's so goddamn critical. Here, I'm going to do that. See if we can find 100 in here. Send out. I mean, you're going to come right back in, so it doesn't matter. Because we're running out of time. Yeah. We got to finish this so we can start, I think, probably Football Manager for Management Mondays. I want something else I can sort of cheer at while not actually having to click buttons. All right. So we're going to quality trim sweeter spots. Oops. Quality trim super overtake. Well, we know you're at 100%, and yet, of course, you're using the ultras. Still at 99 over here. That's fine. We're not going to mess with any more than that. Okay. Let's go quali. Instantly leave. And then we'll wait until for maximum track grip for the second one. Whee! Monty had a real good... I mean, she's got the super overtake mode, so she always has pretty good quality. But not bad. Not bad. I mean, of course, there's a chance some people will improve. But Monty is set a really good time. It's going to be hard for Monty to beat her time here. It's going to be real hard. Gift subs. Ed Leopard, thank you very much for the gift subs. That is really, really, really very appreciated. Thank you. All right, 2nd and 7th. Becker went faster than Monty. God damn it. She hasn't even finished her lap yet, and someone's already beaten her. Well, Monty's improving her time. She improved her time, but wasn't able to improve her position. Balky is not actually improving her time, which is disappointing. Womp womp. Well, anyway, we got the sponsor objective for money. Nuke the subs. Thank you so much. That's 19 gift subs just now from Aid Leopard. Thank you. Still have the oppo to pitch a vote. Maybe do more tires to compensate for the extra quality. Yeah, well, we don't. We already used our one vote of the season, which was to disable driver aids, which didn't go through, which is frustrating because it would have been fan-frickin-tastic for us. Grr. She's taking a moose, as it turns out, yeah. What have we got in the quality one? Super overtake race trim. That is going to... Or super soft, is what I meant to say. And race trim. Because we are going... Oops. With the plan of doing 2 stops all on supers. And the supers, like... I mean, they're definitely not going to heat up in this temperature. It's going to hit 20, but overcast. I think we are going to start with a wee bit of pushing. And of course, our engine modes are going to be orange here. So we're going to go flat out orange over here. We can, especially the first stint, I really think, and where tires are going to start at 25%, we can do at least the first lap on orange. We'll have plenty of tread and temperature is not going to be a problem. So we're going to see. Okay. All right. 3rd and 7th. 3rd and 7th is what we're starting in. Now, Monty is starting on the ultras, so there's a good chance that Monty's going to fall to 4th. Hopefully, no worse than that. Van Cloyson starting on used ultras. Naito over here, which doesn't matter, but used softs, which is interesting. All right. So 3rd and 7th, how do we begin? Ooh! Balky got a bad start. She's falling back right away. Monty is probably going to get passed on the inside over here. Then has the inside track. It's not bad. I was mostly worried that there was going to be more than one overtake. Nice block on Tyler. That was a huge move by Monty to prevent Tyler from being able to get past, because Tyler had a bit more momentum into that particular corner. But excellent blocking maneuver by Monty here. Balky lost that position, which is annoying. But there we go. So here, all we're doing really is racing for sponsor objectives, because nothing else actually matters. So we'll finish the first lap. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to neutral over here. Because we don't want to go into the bottommost performance band if we can help it. Also, I got to move my camera for this. Thank you. Boom, boom, boom. Holden already. Holden's 2 seconds away. And growing. Oh, Monty finally lost that space. Oh, we had ERS available. We're going to ERS anywhere. It actually probably is here. I probably should have started over right at this hairpin. Monty tries to get the overtake ahead of the chicane and fails, but, oh man, that's a terrible overtake attempt there too. Come on, Monty! I know you don't have God tier overtaking, but, well, shit, Balky actually just flies by Monty. Like, 100% straight up legit path. Let me give you a tiny bit more kick, Balky. It's not a very good way to use the ERS, but if you can just squeeze ahead of Tyler here, perfect, before the corners, that is fantastic. Then through the hairpin over here. What? Tyler's fighting back. What kind of mode is Tyler using? Red engine mode. Wow. Oh, also has a ton of battery, so they could just beat us on pure ERS if they wanted to. Although if we could make their life hard before that point, that's pretty useful. I can watch live today because of the holiday, yeah. Damn Red Bull engines. Whoa! Who's that? Vidal just snaking through both of our cars with the ERS mode. That is disappointing. Yeah, both of them really didn't get... Well, Balky did actually get pretty good ERS value of first ERS. Monty did not. Basically, her first ERS of like 55% charge or something like that was basically completely wasted, which is incredibly disappointing. The Ultras would drop off very fast, especially there's probably a lot of pushing early. They're only good for 10 laps, so they might go Ultra, Super, but I think the AI is not going to be able to manage that. Fucking hell, this... Okay, we got a double ERS, or we're going to lose another position here. Well, they're ERSing as well. Look at this! Both cars go around the outside of the... I don't know what team that is with Vidal. Who's the gray team? Windsor Racing. We just wrap around the outside of both Windsor Racing cars. That would be incredible to see in a real race. That would probably be the sort of thing that would lead to an accident, but good God! That might be the best overtake, not just of the season. That may have been the sexiest overtake combo of our entire league. Wow, these two are neck and neck. I don't think our drivers are very team-friendly here. Although this wall that is blocking Taylor's was kind of amazing. He's going to get by with some ARX charge over there. But that was actually... Maybe that was an advanced maneuver. This is like when you play... like one of those JRPG games where you've got like the combo maneuvers with some of your characters that you can do. Yeah, we're gonna let that one through. I don't have enough ERS maybe to defend here. Like, well, I would think of it from Chrono Trigger, but I think some of the Final Fantasies have it. I haven't played a lot of the Final Fantasies since the NES/Game Boy days, so, but I think those things agree. But yeah, I think of it more as a Chrono Trigger kind of thing. Oh, he's 7 seconds on the pit straight over here. Oh, cool. So only about 20 seconds. Nice. Van Cloyson cliffing? Yeah, definitely. Wig as well. Maudie gonna cliff soon as well here. Yeah, and running orange, so they're definitely gonna can't get past Monty. Well, Monty actually got an overtake. We've got a fair amount of charge going on here. Who's this ahead of us? Who's in fifth? Taylor. They're burning their tires more aggressively as well. I think they're planning on a 3-stop, which actually will be pretty good for us. We're going to get around the hairpin. Okay, well, maybe I'll use it now in Balky to make sure you're ahead before the hairpin. And Monty, go now so you don't hold up Balky. Although that is kind of what's happening here. There we go. Get through, get through, get through. And then Mounty's going to be able to keep pushing forward with more ERS charge. And not as much as we might have liked. I don't know. Alright, fuel's fine. Tire temps are okay. They might continue to climb a little bit after I cancel the orange engine mode. Wig with the double blue? Did they go to double blue mode automatically? Wow, she's still running double blue. What? What is that strat? Strategy. All right, Monty's in the pits, so we are going to get the overtake in the pits over here. Belky keeps being neck and neck over here. There you go. Good job. Good job, good job. Good jorb. Try to defend. We might use an ERS charge if we see Taylor hitting the ERS. Yeah, our drivers keep switching positions here. Boom. Chica's defending, which is fine. Marty went to use softs. Wow. Wow. They must have really done something crazy during practice. They must have just chewed up a variety of tires for some weird reason. We actually kind of don't want to come in first, so we don't have to pay out the bonuses. But the AI might just not have good strategy for this race. Okay, good defense. Charge levels are fine. Tires are okay. Fuel's okay. Temperature's fine. Taylor's got a good amount of charge. Worn tires are probably in their lowest performance band right now, actually. The cliffs on the supers are at, what, 15%? Yes, 15% is the cliff here. Oh, this pit overtake's going on here. Which is going to be fine. We're going to end up ahead. Oh, shit, we're not. Belky, can you charge past here and not actually... Oops. Come here. Oh, never mind. I should have ERS'd on the straight. That was unfortunate. I did not realize that. Now, he is on softs over here, which is the hardest compound for this race. He's probably... Yeah, he's pushing real hard right now. And using some ERS. But yeah, I thought for sure we were going to end up ahead of Holden when they were in the pits here. Otherwise, what I would have used is the ERS on the pit straight sooner. Come on, Monty, hold. I mean, I realize your tires are pretty damn worn here. All right, starting lap 11. So what we are hoping to do is do 12 laps for one car and 13 on the other, just to break up the pit. Although, they're actually far enough apart, I really could just pit both after the 12 laps, which might be the ideal. I think we're going to be okay. Al Noob, no, Humankind is on, is not today. Monday is Motorsport Mondays. Humankind, well, actually, I'm not entirely sure because this Wednesday, so I misspoke on Saturday. Saturday I said there was going to be a bonus stream on Tuesday instead of a stream on Wednesday this week. I was wrong about that. On Wednesday, we are going to play Humankind. This Wednesday is a sponsored stream for Surviving Mars and a new expansion for Surviving Mars. So, which I love. You guys know I love that game. Except apparently I'm allergic to building ramps for some reason. But yes, we're going to be streaming Surviving Mars with the new expansion on this Wednesday. And then Saturday, I still want to do some multiplayer stuff. And I'm still thinking about setting up some sort of dedicated server for maybe Empyrean, maybe Factorio, maybe something else. I can't figure it out. So, we'll see. So we're going to box here, and I think we've got enough tire we can push. I don't know about full attack. Full attack might actually burn off quickly enough that we'll hit the cliff. I'm not sure. Maybe we're okay. We'll go full attack, and we'll try to monitor that and try to see what we can predict. We're going to be boxing for the super softs. Our parts are all fine because they were gorgeous. 75%. We're going to go balanced over here. Again, I like to go fast when we're doing refueling, but we don't do refueling. So yeah, if you are a subscriber, get on the Discord and we'll have a discussion about that, especially right after the stream here. Okay, so box. No, it's not going to be CK3. CK3, U4, Civilization, all those games, the multiplayer just doesn't really work out with a large number of random people with random internet connections all over the world. The problem is we keep getting desyncs, deconnects, just because there's too many people with too much random internet going on. We tried it before and it just doesn't work the same way. So that's why we're going to look at something that's more dedicated server-ish. Okay, let's do this. It's more important with Belky, in fact, because she might be able to get a little overtake there and get some speed. Looks like the tires are going to hold out on red just fine for this pit stop, so that's going to be okay. And varying hardware capacity, yeah. So what keeps happening in, like, U4 is we keep it, like, the game or CK3 or whatever, it keeps dropping the speed down to speed 1 is the only way it works without desyncs and things, just because of all that. Okay, so that worked out beautifully. I'm going to just change this to neutral so we come out on neutral and I don't flub it. And same thing here, we're just going to change you to neutral over there as well. Screeps could be interesting. I think you can get like your own Screep server. Although the thing with Screeps that always occurred to me, like, don't people just like download some optimized, idealized code rather than develop it on their own? And it's like, well, that's not really super fun. So I'm just gonna wait until we get to the hairpin here. Yeah, it was a really good double stack. We had lots of space. Boom. Boom. Push, 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 push. Yellow flag. Surkov has crashed. All right. Wait, no, Lee has crashed. I don't know why I thought it said Surkov crashed. Lee crashed. Yeah, Balky came out in traffic, unfortunately. Definitely got a less good exit from the pits, effectively. All right. Fuel is fine. Obviously, at some point... Well, at some point we have to bring the fuel down on both, but right now we're okay. Tires look great. I think, like, we're pretty hands-offy over here. Balky's right behind someone. Might get an overtake legit. We've got a little bit of ERS, but not much. Oh, they're ERSing, which actually... Oh, shit. They're ERSing and we overtook? I mean, the graph is on, like, older, harder tires, but still. What? All right. Yeah, Madi's going to pit soon. Becker's burning through another... There, that's sort of what I expected. And that's okay. They're going to run out of charge soon. And Balky here is just going to ERS past them again. Just after the hairpin, I'll hit the button. We don't have a ton of charge, but it should be plenty. They're clearly much slower than we are. Go. And there's no one near Monty. 3 seconds ahead or behind. Nothing changing there. And DeGraff's probably going to pit soon. Oh, man, that is... Balky, how are you going faster when they were ERSing and now you're having a hard time? Oh, they must have kicked up their mode. No? Maybe they were running double blue for a bit? What the hell? Alright, Monty's pitting now. I just went into the box, so like I knew we wouldn't have to worry. We're going to come out ahead of them. That's fine. Okay, we're going to try again here, Balky. There's still no one... Oh, there's actually someone right behind Monty, so we're going to have to check on her now. We'll just hit that. So who's this? This is Tyler, who is on harder tires, but they're in pretty good shape. She did do the overtake, which is great. So there's someone right behind her, but it's not at the same threat level. Monty built a gap. That's good. Tyler may have had to... Oh, and they're redding the engines now, which is interesting. So you're closing the gap. How much ERS charge you got, Tyler? Not much, actually. We have way more ERS. So that's good. Fuel's fine. Tires are good. Becker's is going to run out of the Ultras soon. Not quite cliffing. Definitely in the lowest performance band, which on the softest tire is a really bad thing. She's losing 5 seconds per lap time right now. And if she doesn't pit now, and she doesn't, and she's pushing, because she's... I didn't realize if we clicked on her, we can actually see her tire percentage. She's going to hit the cliff in 3 more percent. Yeah, I don't know. These people... I just randomize their gender, apparently, every week. So, Becker's going to go quite slowly on this lap here. Quite slowly indeed. Alright, no one near Monty. No one near Balky. Monty is pretty full on ERS here. We'll definitely have to hit the button soon to dump the charge. I mean, Becker's... We're going to get ahead of Becker here, I think. So actually, let's hit it now on both. Wait, are you... Okay, there you go. How come we didn't get the little icon next to them to show that it's a pit? Maybe we never see it here. No, I guess we only see it next to their car, so we notice it when they're near us. All right, Monty's definitely going to get ahead of Becker. The big question mark will be Balky. That's going to be tough. But I think so. Yeah, there it is. Oh, shit, they hadn't even gotten to their pit box yet. So they're going to have to do a bunch of overtake. That's Becker is putting on used softs. We're fine on fuel with Monty. She can still rebuild this deficit very easily just by going to yellow engine mode here. Now, yeah, with 18... Yeah, we're only halfway through the race. Yeah. We're good. Hungarian has no gendered pronouns. Chat, though, if I'm remembering correctly, someone could probably confirm me on that, but if I understand correctly, Hungarian has no gendered pronouns, so it doesn't have a he, she, it. Just has, I guess, just it, or whatever. And apparently it leads to some really interesting things when you do AI-based auto-translate, because the AI sort of tries, you know, it's not exactly based on context, but sort of based on context and how things are used when you're translating from Hungarian, and Turkish as well. That's interesting. Finnish, too? Anyway, all those auto-translates reveal a lot of, like societal biases and things like that. Where, like, if the AI is translating, say, the phrase, you know, they are the president versus they are attractive, it'll auto-translate to he is the president and she is attractive, or something like that, or she is a nurse, for example. And it's like, huh, yeah, you can really... It's very interesting because it tells you a lot about how the societal makeup. Who dis? Oh, this is no one. That's car number 19. So, I mean, I'd rather not get sort of held up at all, but they're gonna get blue flagged, so it's gonna be okay. Cool. Tires are actually getting hotter on yellow here. I think the temperature is 20 degrees and currently sunny. I don't think we're actually gonna have to do any cool down. I don't think it's gonna get that hot that fast. Okay, just in case we overshoot it on Monty, this is mostly being paranoid. I'm going to drop the engine mode down to medium right now, but we're going to be fine. We're going to be able to orange her before the end. And then you've got Latin languages where common nouns are gendered for some reason. And I mean, you know, French is my native tongue, and it still makes no sense. Like, wait, what? How is a table feminine? Which does differ, because I think in Spanish or Italian, I think table is masculine. But I don't know which, and I might be wrong about that. But not all the Latin languages agree on the gender of like objects, of common nouns. I remember someone once asked me, like, how do you know if a car is masculine or feminine? Someone said, you look under the hood. An umbrella is male in German for some reason. German table is male. You want to piss for fresh tires? Oh, yeah, shit. Okay. It's too early. What happened to her tire? I think she can, you know, she can do another lap. She's nearly done this lap. And the clip's at 15% on these tires. We're doing about 8% per lap? No, I think we're okay. I mean, it's not great because we're in the lowest performance band, which is what she's complaining about here. We could do a little conserve for a lap just to make sure to avoid the cliff. May be worthwhile. But I think we're fine either way. Yeah, Bono, my tires are dead. Well, 15. So we have 7%. Yeah, I think we would have been fine. You know what? We might hit the cliff like just before, but it's going to be okay. Yeah, we need to ERS as well. So let's plan the pit here for Monty. So it's going to be one final set of supers. It says 14 laps remaining. It's going to be 13 by the time we finish this, which is going to be spot on where you want. Park conditions okay. We'll triple charge, balance stop, and burn the ERS now. Pit here. Super softs. Triple charge, balanced, and burn the ERS now. Predict another one, too, coming up, no pressure. Lots of people are about to pit. It's going to be interesting how all that shakes out. Fuel's fine over here. Especially, we do want to make sure to push on this outlap here. 2% to go. 1% to go. I guess I didn't have to conserve at all, as it turns out. No safety car yet. Holden's in the pits now. Switching to supers now. It'll be interesting to see if they can manage their supers to the end. Because we know that it does get very close. If they do any pushing on these supers... Okay, I have to make sure I'm fully out of the pit here. And let's go back to high. Hold that, hold that, hold it. Hold! Okay, and there's no one too close to Chico over here. Okay, head of Becker. Oh, Becker's on the used stuff. Okay, let's drop back down over here. And go. The ERS did not take. I don't know how much outside of the pit you have to be to avoid the ERS D-click. But luckily, we did stay ahead of Becker here. Now, Tyler's just a second ahead of us here. Or no, sorry, 10 seconds. I was getting confused about these gaps. Never mind. Can we pull off on the ERS here? Because we're going to want to use some defensively against Becker. Because likely they'll catch up and then we'll have to go to town again. Okay. Oh, there you go. Tyler has now boxed. So Becker's clearly going to do one more pit stop before the end. And then probably do a final stint on ultras. Actually, Becker might try to go to the end on these softs. No, there's no way. There's no way. Holden is... Look at this. Holden's gonna have to pit one more time. So they're gonna probably just rip these tires apart and then come in for some ultras. Hopefully they don't get a free, like, pit stop from a safety car or something. But... Fuel's fine over here. Did Becker just... Oh, no, she just came ahead. Good, good, good. She's definitely being the conductor of that train, for those of you who are playing bingo. Oh. Defend, defend, defend. No! Tyler's had a lot more ERS. But, get on the inside for the hairpin, which means we get the opportunity to block maybe a little more now. We just get past another. Okay, fair enough. We got a fair amount of charge on Monty. Oh, which actually we're going to use now. Oh, cancel. Because Becker is going to hope to make some moves. But yeah, they're definitely going to have to pit at some point. And yeah, Holden... Okay, Holden's no longer pushing the tire. He's going to try to conserve. The thing is, Holden could probably box now for ultras and probably still make up the gap. They'd come out about 7 seconds behind us, and I think they'd be able to beat us there. Alright, I'm going to go and switch down engine modes on Balky now. It is too early, but it'll stop me from making a mistake. There we go. So Becker is going to box. We'll do a final stint on ultras. He's going to fall a fair bit behind. Not too much, but we'll have to do some overtakes. It'll be interesting to see where we end up in the end. Holden is still doing, not just conserve, actually, full-on backup. Desperately going to try to preserve these tires until the end, I guess. Burning some ERS now. Speaking of ERS, Monty's got tons of it. We got some back markers coming up, but you can wait a little bit. So yeah, we've overtaken Becker in the pits. Neither driver's close to anything. Alright, let's go now. And yeah, I can go in orange on Monty's engine now. We're going to be able to make up that fuel deficit. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And in fact, I suspect the same thing with Balky. We got some whiskey and chocolate from Pine Coast Hills! Thank you very much. Here, hold on. There's a joke! Also, I missed the share hype earlier, I think, from Banana Cabana and the whiskey and chocolate donation. Possibly because I was away, but thank you very much for that, Banana. I missed that. And Plain Coast Hills says, a horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, hey. The horse replies, yes, please. No straw this time. Nice. Nice. I had not heard that one before. Bum-bum-bum. Yeah, Monty's good on fuel. Balky's good on fuel. The tire wear is going to be the same as the last stint, where I think we can just yellow the entire time, and we'll be fine. We might end the race at 14%, but we should be okay. Because we did 13 laps last time, we need to do 13 laps this time, so it should be exactly the same. Fuel situation's definitely okay, but we will want to pull back soon. Becker came out on super softs. They might not have had more ultras. That's interesting. They may have also been wanting to push. So Becker's already catching up to Balky here. Crazy. All right, let me do this because I'm going to be pretty distracted on the defense. There's no one near Monty, so we don't have to worry about doing anything for her other than pushing the button before it fills out. I could even auto her ERS mode just to prevent that from being a problem. But yeah, Becker's definitely going to be closing on Balky here. On fresher tires of the same compound and a much faster car. We're better drivers, but we couldn't ban driver aids. Blah, 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 blah. Still, though, this kind of bodes well for next season, if this is where we're at now. Because we should be able to invest heavily in our car next season. We're also going to get the new factory, which is going to help. I'm surprised I haven't had the ERS button yet on Balky. Oh, Becker doesn't actually have much in the way of charge. Alright, well, let's do this before we max out. But I'm going to do that, because I do want to use... I expect Becker to be able to catch up to us, at which point we'll want to use the ERS defensively, but we don't want to waste any. Okay, fuel's fine here. Tire temps are going up a little bit, but should be manageable. Ooh, Becker fell back a little bit more. I was having to preserve tires now. Because after we ended the ERS, we actually put in some more distance. So yeah, Becker was cooking her tires. His tires. Maybe because Becker sounds like Decker, and... Well, that's annoying because we have full ERS. Now... Virtual safety car is better than a full safety car here, I think, because we don't want to pit and we don't want to get bunched up. So what should happen here is all the cars should run at exactly the same speed. Actually, things worked out decently for Monty there because the Ultras possibly, I don't know. All the cars should go at exactly the same speed, so the distance should be preserved. We would get a slightly cheaper pit, but I don't think it's worth... There's only 3 laps left. Pitting would lose us too much here. Good for Holden? Yeah, you're right. It is good for Holden because Holden's tires are going to get a reprieve here. Because I'm betting Holden would have hit the cliff. It doesn't matter. We're 30 seconds behind Holden. Maybe the AI would have felt like they had to pit. But I guess it's 30 seconds with the virtual safety car time. So it's not quite as far otherwise, but... 2, 1. I don't even know if we want to push, honestly. We might push at the end, but right now I'll delay going into the lowest performance band. Yeah, these gap times are going to shrink because of the virtual safety car, but we're still super behind Holden. Technically, you're right. No, if we could have had Holden pit, but I'm betting Holden's just going to run... Oh, they're pushing red now. Jesus. But I guess it can work. Valky's going to be able to redline our engine a tiny bit before the end. Not much. Holden might cliff, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get there for us, unfortunately. So right now, no one near us. Becker definitely not making much of a move. Unfortunately, we're not really closing in on Tyler either. Well, there's Becker using the ERS now. Now, we don't have any left to defend, but we did have a pretty big gap. We'll be able to orange a little bit more on Monty, but let's make sure not to just miss it. Becker's no longer ERSing, still 1.6 seconds behind. So we've got 15% to play with here. Yeah, we'll be able to do a little bit of pushing, but not much. Oh yes, time to put on the auto ERS. Well, unless I want to do a defense, but yeah. And auto ERS will automatically activate the ERS at the right time to burn all the ERS right before the end of the race. There's nothing much to be said here. We might want to do a manual blockage of Becker if there's a big push from Becker here. But Becker has less ERS. All right, final lap is beginning. Monty's pretty perfect on the orange here. We can do a little bit of red mode on Balky. Not much, but a little bit. Go, something like that. Might as well push the tires for the last bit, not that it really matters. That should work out kind of perfectly. Nearly 400 kilometers an hour. No biggie. Just keep an eye on the fuel loads, although Monty's about to finish, I think. There we go, 0.6 laps of fuel left. Huzzah. All right, I mean, second and fourth. I mean, we got another podium finish. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And it looks like you're right. We could have, man, we could have taken the vamoose on both. Crazy. Oh, could be illegal parts. We don't really want illegal parts on Holden because we don't actually want to end up first. Safety car save Holden. I think you're right. Holden is hashtag blessed. Holden is the Hamilton. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is really good because we moved up quite a few positions. Well, safety car saved about a lap worth of stuff. Becker had illegal parts. Holden did not, but Becker did. So did Motti. Demoted 6 places. Holy shit. And yeah, Rhea went up a place overall and Balky 3, which is pretty good. Because, I mean, making up 1 places when you're top like that is a big deal. Yeah, Motti seems to do a lot of illegal stuff. All right. Okay, Singapore is next. It's the 59th time Motti was caught. Motti just given up hiding it, yeah. Just for convenience after the race to save time, Motti just starts pointing out all the illegal parts to the stewards, you know, make it more efficient. She could still get second overall. This is the world. This is the top championship. Money, money, money. Boom. Chairman happiness was a little bit lower because we had some sort of event. Oh yeah, there was like servers getting something. They were slow or something. I could spend £500,000, or I could just take a 25% mood hit from the chairman, which is like, who cares about the chairman's mood? Doesn't make a difference. Pit crew. Let's take a look at who might be available to be hired here. So that's a no. These skills are shit. You wouldn't be bad, because you'll end up with a 20 tire and 20 rear jack on being hired. Then there's this one. We'll end up with a 20, 20, 20, 18. I think we have got a slot. Oh, no, we don't. I thought we had one person who was burnt out and that they got kicked out, but no, we are full currently. So, I mean, we don't really need to look for anyone else. We could consider, like, maybe there's someone who we could replace, but everyone's pretty goddamn good. Oh, let's tire one over here. And then these two don't really matter. So we'll just leave them in here because we don't do any fixing, so that's going to be okay. Ansel could go. Ansel's are worse. Yeah, Ansel's base stamina is 94. But, I mean, they've got the 20 tires, 20 jacks. Like, I guess technically it's our worse. Well, Kitchen only has tires. That's all they can do. But they do have the 99 on the fatigue, which is really nice. Like, that's fine. Kitchen, I mean, we've got 4 tires, so there's always going to be a role for Kitchen. And the high stamina is amazing. Oops. If we go here, Check the whiskey and chocolate. Who's got the lowest base stamina? Rappa at 93. Oh no, it's Julo at 91. I think if we're going to replace anyone, it might be Julo. They do have like 320s, but who dat? Ain't no one! Shipping for all max parts on the new car next year. Yes, I think so. When is our factory finished building? That's a great question. Yeah, Kitchen's only good at tires, but he has a huge stamina. Which means that's excellent, because they will be able to run many races and very rarely have to rest. So there's no reason to replace Kitchen. And this, because we got the 20s, like, it's nice to have multi-rolls, but we have some people with lots of multi-rolls. We have no problem filling any of the roads. It might be nice to have a few more fixing people. That's the one thing I would say. It might be nice to have a few more fixing people for the start of next season, because we only have 3 people who have a 20 in fixing. So yeah, and we have lots of jack, like, we have, how many people can run the rear jack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now. And the front jack, we have crazy amounts of front jackers. So that's why I'm thinking Gula over here, we can get rid of them. Because the fact that they can run the rear, front and rear jack doesn't matter. And the tires doesn't matter because everyone's got a 20 in tires. And they have the lowest stamina. So I suggest we boot them. I think we boot them. And hire... Yeah, and hire Kulbat instead. The only thing they won't really be able to do is the rear jack, which doesn't matter. And they have 5 more points of stamina. Ciao, Giulio. Exactly. It's actually Giulio. There's no I for some reason. So we're going to fire you. Should have saved first before doing this, because, like, what if I misclicked on something? Yeah, I mean, I guess you can fix and front jack, and they have great stamina, but no. I think we're fine with this now. I think we're A-okay all of a sudden. And we'll just swap in one of these so they can get some rest or something. It's gonna be fine. Okay. Oh, hard G because it's a U. You're right. G-U. Gullo. Gullo. Unless they're Spanish, in which case it'd be Gullo. Interview Becker at a design. He's not an awful driver. Their team sucks. Oh shit, our marketability went down. What? That's the kind of awesome controversial statement that would lead to awesome stuff. And yeah, so the factory's gonna finish pretty soon, I think. Factory's gonna finish in 3 days. You know what we should do? We'll upgrade another parts factory. I mean, we don't have to have for 12. Although, doing the parts upgrading is going to cost a little bit of cash as well. We can probably fit in one of these 8,000s. Or 8 millions. The 12s are a little pricey. Brakes is 12. We can't afford it. Or we could wait a little bit and then do it, but I really want to make sure this is available for the season. Oh, their marketability went down. Oh! Okay, well, that's good. I would like the brakes. On the other hand, gearbox is pretty good too. I mean, forecasting would be candy, but we it's also a lot longer. 38 weeks. That's actually really slow. The design is the worst on the grid. Oh, because a lot of them have the level 3 design factories all over the place. Wait for theme park. Theme park just makes you a little bit of cash. And the payback's really long. It's 68 weeks, and it's really expensive to build. It doesn't say how much it is, but I feel like it's like 50 million or something. It might just be better to do more parts and ensure that we can do our max. I don't know. I think 64 million. Yes, we're not doing that. I think I'm going to do the telemetry center. I think it's going to pay off for us. 64 million gives roughly 1.2 million for race, yeah. Isn't telemetry what I'm saying? Or are you saying telemetry? Whatever. That's an accent thing. Did you say telephone? Television? I think it's too tight. No, I would like to get one of these. Although, are we going to pay off? The thing is, here's the thing. The reason I haven't prioritized being able to unlock the legendary parts is because we have a designer thing to get a random legendary. Yeah, it's random, which is not ideal, but we still get legendary parts on our cars. I think I'm going to wait on this. I think I'm going to save the money to make sure we can max out our car next season. I think we're going to have a fuck ton of money because we're getting second place in the championship, but let's just make sure. Let's just make sure. Hello, sponsors. What's the math on the baby litas? 2750 divided by 8 is 343 per race. So no. So Jogo Games is the better offer over here. Runs quite long, but 400 grand per race is pretty decent. So we'll take Jogo. Well, that's really incredibly straightforward. Clearly, we're going with Cortez over here. Plus, I mean, the stars tell you. It's a long deal, but again, 400,000 per race isn't bad. So we'll grab that. I don't know, maybe I'll have an easier time justifying starting in the factory now. Now, again, we can do legendary parts as is. Both our drivers are still contracted for next year, right? No, we have to renew Rhea. Let's renew her right now. Let me do a little save here, in case I fuck up negotiations. That would be terrible! I gotta clear up my save folder, too. This screen takes so long to open up now. Also, all these saves are pretty big at 16 megs each. Oh my god, go faster! There we go. Alright, renew contract. Yep. Let's do it. Status, we want equal status. Wages are very important. I'm going to give you 3 clicks of wages, which would be more than before. Long contract sounds good. Bonus size isn't very important. I'll offer you a bonus of #1 on both. I'll put it, tell you what, I feel like I want to give you some money anyway. Let's do this. Make Monty first driver. What? Why renew? Because I don't want to forget and fuck up. That's all. Laziness. I mean, yeah, we'd be able to save. We'd save some money on the last few races. One less click. Let's try one less click. We've got some. She doesn't have a lot of patience, admittedly. But yeah, I just don't want to forget because it's so tight. It'd be so easy to do. Okay, we did. I was negotiating with that new mechanic. Okay. Last chance over here. Wow, she's really unhappy with this. I'm looking to replace Barbosa over here. Wow, that is... She's definitely not going to be cheap. Well, let's offer her this. We don't have to say yes. We're going to offer her this. Yeah, that was a lot of things. And we'll make a decision. Because again, the idea is she's got the super fast tire changes, which is going to be nice for the race. Because right now, Balky doesn't have a mechanic trait for the race itself. Which, sometimes it's fine, she's got the tires, but sometimes it kind of kicks us in the butt. And yeah, I know the first place bonus... Well, actually, a lot of the others have much cheaper first place bonuses. Yeah, improving parts. This is all for parts we're carrying for next year. There's nothing much going on here. Okay. Suspension design finished. I'm going to burn through some more suspension. Again, I'm going to make another like dummy one. These components don't add time or cost, so we're going to do that. Just to do it quickly. I mean, I could save more time with this, which, yes, that's worthwhile. We're going to do this. It costs us the 100,000, but it saves us, well, yeah, 3 days off the base. 5 days based on the normal part. So we're going to do that just so that we can turn these parts around a little faster. Oh, and our factory is done. That's why it paused. Yes. Now, this part's not actually illegal. So we can actually use this part here in the next race and get a big boost. Actually, I can delay it to like the day after. This is the sort of after the start of the race weekend. Anyway, the percentage is going to be there, so that's going to be okay. I think I do want to get... No, we can do the random legendaries. I don't need the telemetry center. It increases skill gain, but it doesn't matter because our people have maximum skill, basically. Can't decide. No, Lucky, it turns out... that's what I thought as well, Lucky. That's 100% what I thought last time. And it turns out that's not the case. All right, I'm going to go ahead and re-sign Rhea before I fuck up and lose her. Do something stupid. We'll confirm with the next part. I was like, Buff, did I make a mistake? No, right, you want Emma. I forgot your team Emma. Yeah, I was quite surprised. So if we look over here, so right now it's going to take 8.2 days. If I do this, it's going to take 5 days. Because I thought this gained us, this only saved 1 day, because it was going to cost 2 days for this, minus 3 days, so we save 1 day. It turns out this overwrites the 2 days with the minus 3. So yeah, from 8 days, so it does actually save the 3, which is shocking. Driver's going to start retiring in season or 2. Well, luckily, hopefully we only need it for 1 more season. So this is going to be another throwaway part over here. I have another minus 3 day thing. What? I don't. What? It was plus 2 days. Well, that would increase the amount of build time a bunch. Bar rate for good. Oh, here. Yes, but do we know? It has been thought. Did we ever confirm? It has been thought that if we don't do a great component, it won't actually unlock the epic. Chat's pretty sure that, but did we ever test it? Do we know for sure? We're gonna mitigate rest. I could do a save scummy thing over here, but we got to move forward for the stream. So we're not gonna take that. Doesn't unlock 100%. So we're not, because we think this would, if we did this, it won't unlock the epics. So we're gonna do this instead. But yeah, it's a little bit misleading. So we'll do that because again, no time or cost over here. So it's another 5-day part. And then most likely we're gonna design a super illegal epic, and then a super illegal with the epic plus random legendary. We'll finish that up. We got some whiskey and chocolate. Who dat? Hey, it's no one again. No one at all is bribing you to give Chica all the good parts for a race and see what happens. Monty keeps getting the good ones. Well, we do have this new suspension. So maybe we'll throw that on Chica's car. So maybe I should do that now before we forget. We have 2 new suspensions. Although only one of them is going to be ready for the race. Hang on. Both will be available for the race. And neither one of these are illegal. And they're both better than our old ones, especially once they get improved a bit. I mean, not much. The 88 over here isn't going to be improved much to go to 1915. Might not be enough to make a tier difference.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
There you go. Both the cars get improved ever so slightly. We got more whiskey and chocolate. Uh-oh, it's Bale! With the PR. We strongly lobby against that. Give the great stuff to Monty. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, I guess I think the contract's still pending. There it is. Rejected. Okay. Fair enough. Actually, how are our staff contracts? So, yeah, Barbie over here, he's got to get his contract renewed. Oh, so does Jenny. I definitely want to keep Jenny. Jenny. All right, part done. Wait. Right, the stats are exactly the same over here because of what we did. So we can just ignore this one completely. It's not actually better. So now we're going to design the first carryover component. So we're going to get the plus 50. Illegality is fine. Plus 70. It's plus 70 to max. We should have time to improve it. Well, I guess there's really not a better option at this level. Plus 25, plus 30. Plus 25. This one is better because this is effectively giving us a total of plus 40 to our max. This one's going to be more improvable. Like that. So it's, yeah, 2105 is a cap. Yeah, 2090. 2090. I think that's... Yeah, I think that's the best top number that we can achieve. The random legendary might be better, it might not be. I may as well YOLO it. I may as well YOLO it, actually. If it misses, we could decide to do another one like that. Because the next one, no matter what, is going to get the medium speed corners plus 50 and a random legendary. Yeah, the double part engineers are pretty good. I feel like the random legendary tends to be the sexier thing. Because the double parts, you get double the parts, but it costs you a slot that could otherwise improve performance. Yeah, we're going to have to go looking. We could consider lead designer. Like, if we found a lead designer that had more total improvability. Yeah, see, I don't like his components, though. Like, he can improve the parts slightly better. I really like the random legendary. Yeah, I think the random legendary... I think if we found a designer with better stats and the random legendary, then I would look for it. But I don't think there is. So there's random great, which is convenient, but... Yeah, no, we're going to renew Jenny. I'll do it after the race here, so that I don't lose her on the renegotiation. I might do it between streams. It's not, remind me next week. Anyway, let's go to the race. We actually limited on time over here. Parts are being built, that's good. The parts that we're putting on the car are being improved in a way that we're happy with, that's good. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we don't see another high-ranked person with random legendary. Is suspension critical? It's not even critical, so you know what? Are we at 70 over here yet? Not quite. Okay. Stop here. There we go. Could have stopped maybe a little sooner, because these parts aren't going to break down. We'll see if we can squeeze a little extra performance before the race. That's going to be good. Anything important in the mail? No. All right, Singapore.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Longer quality sessions. Interesting. All right, we got whiskey and chocolate. Destructive Claw, thank you very much. Hey, Quill, Just picked up the Motorsport Manager because of you, and I'm loving it. My 3rd season, looking for the first time in the points. Nice. And when you're doing the Underdog Challenge, a slow burn is definitely the right way to go, because you want to invest money a lot in your HQ early on. Now, it does increase your cost per race, but the payoff tends to be pretty good, as long as you make sure to keep up your marketability and pay drivers early on. Okay, I was trying to think of a pun. Bedinsis came up with a good one. The city of penniless vocalists. That's great. So, Singapore over here, it has a longish pit lane, but it sort of cuts out 2 corners over here. Again, I think it sort of averages to about the same kind of thing. It is going to be hot. Hot, which means, especially when you get down to the supers, these tires are going to melt. The heat's going to go up. So on all these tire compounds, we're likely going to have to do some conserve to manage the heat, which means we are maybe going to get an extra lap squeezed out. 37 laps. 37 laps. High tire wear, very high fuel burn. Fuck it, let's just take Vamoose. Done. We could consider going, I think, this is what happens here. I think Monty can one-stop with the mediums. I really don't think we're going to rely on the super softs. I think we're going to do something very similar to the last track, where we do something like this. I think we're going to split strat, because I don't think Balky can one-stop in the mediums. And if Balky can one-stop in the mediums, it's possible that she can do mediums plus soft or something like that. Or medium soft super. So we're going to do this and see how that works out. And the nice thing about the mediums, especially if we're doing some conserve because of the heat, like it'll balance a little bit better. We added the new part, the new suspension on both cars, which has decent reliability. Okay. Is it 38 laps? 37 laps. Extra medium for practice. Well, with Monty, she's going to probably use her mediums have longer lifespan trait. So she doesn't really need the medium knowledge. And I don't think Balky's going to run the whole race on mediums, even if there's a medium stint. So I don't think the knowledge is going to be a thing. I do want the 3rd super soft in case there's a short stint. Because we're going to use 2 for quali. I want the extra one in case there's a safety car or something like that. But maybe... I don't tend to like running heavily on mediums. We could, I suppose, consider it. You think the medium is the last 1820 on this lap, on this course? Which might make it, like, excessive. No, you're probably right, we don't need 5 softs, because we're not going to stop that much. I mean, unless we burn through a full set of softs in practice, we're not going to use 4 for race day. If we do this, it gives us the option of developing medium knowledge. Isn't this the one that looks cheap but isn't? The pit stop? Yeah, I don't think the pit stop's cheap here. Which is why I think we really are hoping to get this. All right, let's go. Frick it, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We spend a lot of time between races doing contracts and stuff, so. Load. My weekend was excellent, Cher. Thank you very much. How was yours? Did you watch the race? At least we got a race this weekend. That was nice. All right. Team Emma. I'm Team anyone but Monty. Well, that's just rude. All right. Yeah, 1820. So the medium plus the soft would bring us to 32, which isn't enough. So Balky could go medium. 37 laps. So that's 36, but we'll probably have to do some conserve because of the temperature. I think both drivers are going to one-stop on the mediums. Which now makes me wish I'd brought the 3rd one for practice. Unless, with Balky, if I brought more super softs... We could have gone... Well, it doesn't matter because we're not there yet. But we could have gone medium, super... I don't know. It's so hot. Do we just one-stop on both? Yeah, I should have brought a third set of mediums. It's so rare. Reload to get mediums. No. Alright, so we'll just practice on softs and then not have anything. Soft, soft, super for Balky. Maybe? That work? That does work, especially with conserve. Okay, tell you what, yeah, we'll go soft, soft, super with Balky. That way we split the pit stops, which is going to be good. And we'll use a soft knowledge, which is going to be nice. So we'll practice on softs. They both have sort of vaguely the same range for the setups. Downforce. Oops, no, cancel. Yeah, I guess everything else we don't really know where it's going to go. You know, since they passed the 3-session quali, maybe it is that much more important for me to save setups just because the time's going to be stupid. Alright, let's go. Go. Bring in. I'm gonna try to go quick here. We're not gonna necessarily hunt for the perfect setups here, unfortunately. Something like that. Soften you up a fair bit. Go. Go. Soft. Go longer. Go. Boom. Bring in. Okay, well we know we went the wrong direction with the speed, which is actually very useful information. I'm going to dial in a little bit more downforce to see what that does for us. I'm going to give us one more tick that way. And so the speed balance clearly has to be short. Something like that. Let's see what this does. I might have messed up the balance because of the speed change, but that's okay. Alright, well we know where an excellent is. That's very useful. A little more downforce there. And yeah, we clearly need to shorten that to something like that. Might break the handling, but we'll find out for next time. Go. Speed! More speed, more fast. %. Excellent. All right. I'll just hit a tire camber over here to see what that does. Monty can now stay out. And triple purple over here. Wow, apparently I just have to, like, not care and just go fast. Oh my god! From 86% to 100%. How am I so good at this game, you guys? God, let's just go 8 laps. So both of them can stay out until we get our knowledge done. I'm so good at this game. Oops, the scrolling stopped. Boom. There's our level 3 knowledges. Okay, that's interesting. So what we'll do is we'll go the other way on the tire camber. And just switch to qualies. And do that, please. Thank you. And yeah, let's make sure to hit the save. Good point. And you're just going out and doing qualies now. Thank you. Go. Wow, that was so fast. MLG Pro Gamer Strats. Yeah, baby. Knowledge goes vroom. Both come in. Oh, okay. Quite interesting. Hang on. That's a 97. Going that way made it worse. Oh! I didn't realize. Oh! That's why. It was 2.4, because it's a negative. I didn't notice that it was a minus. I was like, oh, 2.4 was bad, so I want to bring that down. Except I went the... Because it's a negative. That's what was effing me up. That's why I went the wrong way on those. Okay. Go. Like, how did it get worse? Didn't I just cancel some shit? And yeah, just go out and do some more stints. Go, go, go. You're perfect, Balky. You've never done anything wrong in your life. Go. Go. Actually, we can just go to overtake here because there's not going to be enough time. Yep. Worn tires don't care. Worn tires don't care. And there's our knowledge. Perfect. Yeah, we're still waiting for the mythical double 100, I agree. Bump, 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 bump. I mean, we got all our excellence. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. I saved the 100%. Doesn't matter if I'm saving A or B car because it still gets RNG'd. Quality trim, sweeter spots. Quality trim, super overtake. Check the setup over here. 99. We didn't get the double 100, you guys. But still, that's pretty good. Let's go. Take qualifying. Go out. Should have given them the gap. I forgot. Oh shit, the double perfect on Balky, and she might get held up by Monty. Although Monty's got super overtake, so generally she's going to go faster, except no. That's not bad. No, well, shit, we're losing some. So now we're not going to get the top 3 this time. Because I went with the top 3 sponsor, we're not going to get there this time. Womp womp. Maybe we can do it on the second stint. Fresh tires. I did say minus 1%. I didn't make any changes. Come on, Monty, we're counting on you. Wow, Monty set faster than Holden. Oh shit, everyone's improving a lot. Fuck. Nope, no money for us. Hopefully we at least get it in the on the actual race day. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think the track evolution is as big of a thing as we thought with the rubber. We just tend to do better in the first stint, or well, no. Sometimes we improve our time in the second stint, but often not a position, so it's not enough of a difference. So theoretically, we could save an extra set of tires. Honestly, maybe I should have done that with Maybe I should have done that with Balky, because I think we could have done double super. I don't know. Race trim soft. Race trim, you're going to get light foot on your mediums. And yeah, we're probably going soft, soft, super. So we'll start you on the super. And here we're just going to go probably medium, medium. Although it's going to... Yeah, it works out pretty well. Oh, we did improve with Balky's second try? Okay. So you're going to do this. We're definitely not running in the higher engine mode because it's so scorching hot. We're going to have to pull back from that pretty fast anyway. So it is a little bit annoying that Monty is ahead. We may have to use some team orders to clear the path for Balky here, because Balky's on faster tires. But I don't really want to do an intentional slowdown while there's the traffic here. So what we might just do is make sure to use Balky's ERS first to get the overtake. Alright. 10 minutes to go. We're okay here. Tires are cool now, which is fine. Monty losing places. Balky is side... I can't see with all the frickin' stuff. Balky's actually in a shit position here. Sort of a little stop by Monty, but that's not really what's causing the problem. Balky's just having a really bad start here. Actually, a really bad start. Damn it. That's actually tragically bad. Doesn't bode well for hitting our sponsor objectives, you guys. Okay, there we go. Oh! Look at this corner cut! Who's that? Oh yeah, I forgot I can't click on you. Oh, it's Hume being investigated. Big lockup into a corner cut here. Wow. Wow. That's nuts. Come on, Belky. Get through quickly. Okay, I'm going to stop now because there's a bit of a wall of cars. I'm going to look for a better opportunity. So really, it's sort of past here that becomes a nice place to ERS. Right as we come past this corner, because it's more or less straight-ish. Easier to get off the racing line. Okay. Space these guys out a little bit. I've still got the ERS charge on Monty, which we're going to wait on. No, Hume, I don't know. Maybe got away with that. There was an investigation, but I didn't see the message. If there was anything that came of it. It would be annoying if they just got completely. Does ERS work with pitting like it does with finishing? I don't know. That's interesting. Maybe on the pit inline we could do the auto ERS, but I don't generally have to. Because I don't need to bring it down to 0%. Because I only do the 75% charge, just paranoia. So we've got a 25% buffer that we don't have to worry about using everything. Alright, temperatures have climbed, definitely. On both tires, quite a bit. I don't think Balky's necessarily going to have to do any temp conservation on this first stint, though, because we had a fair percentage available. We'll see. Okay, this is going to be the lap where we use the ERS on Monty here. Balky's actually doing a decent job holding these cars up somehow, which is going to put Monty in a pretty good position. So as we come around this final sort of sharp corner, right over there. Okay, especially they're ERSing, so that much more incentive. Go, go. Balky might lose that place here. I think Flores had a lot more ERS charge as well, so we might not be able to retake it, but we'll see. Hopefully Monty takes a little bit of positioning. So theoretically it was 10 laps on the supers. So hopefully we can still get that. Now the AI might have a hard time dealing with these extreme temperatures. Monty catching up to Balky. I mean, Monty started ahead, but we did start her on much worse tires, so it's actually completely fair that she's behind, and she has to do one stop less. So Balky actually has to do, like, a lot of impressive overtaking here to make her strategy be worthwhile. Monty doesn't have to overtake a single car the entire race, in a sense, because she's going to have a free overtake during the one less pit stop. Electric cars and there's cars with the extra battery power. Yeah, so they're hybrids. They're not fully electric cars, but yeah, they have the hybrid power just like actual F1 has. Okay, temps are still climbing, but that's okay. Not really enough ERS to maybe justify a burn here, because I don't think we'd get much of it. And we might need it on Balky to defend against Hume. Hume, the corner cutter. I don't think there's an electric car DLC, no. There's Grand Touring and there's Endurance, but that's it. And I would like to check out those other modes. I've had the DLC forever, because this game comes on sale all the time. It's like $5 when it's on sale, and DLC is also really cheap when it comes on sale. But we've been focusing on the F1 here. But the funny thing is, endurance racing was my initial racing like that I got into as a viewer, the Le Mans 24-hour, and it all came because of a sponsorship event. I think I'm gonna go, especially with load of overtake. This was 4 years ago, maybe longer. I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. Audi sponsored a real-life virtual racing Le Mans. In San Francisco. A 24-hour race on Forza. It might have been Forza 7, maybe Forza 6 at the time. I'm not sure. So flew a bunch of people down there. Angry Joe. Kitty Plays. I want to say Man vs. Game. I might be wrong. It's been a while, and I'm bad at names. So yeah. and me for some reason. I'd never done any racing content, but they had approached me, and I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that. So first thing I did is I went and bought an Xbox and a race and a steering wheel so that I could learn how to play the game, because I didn't even own it or played it or anything. And then we went down, and yeah, so it's 24-hour race. So there was, I think there were 4 teams for the sort of influencer streamer type people, and 3 people on each team, just like the real Le Mans. And we do 4-hour stints. So I did a 4-hour drive. Then another teammate did 4 hours, then another teammate did 4 hours, and then it was back to me for a 4-hour drive, and then repeat. Actually, I think I was in the middle. I was the second person to do it. 24 hours, real-time Le Mans race at the same time as Le Mans. When it was nighttime in reality, the racing stints were done at night. If it was raining, which it was on my first stint, then we turned on the rain in the game. So my first stint was 4 hours in the rain. Luckily, I didn't do any nighttime driving. Oh, shit. It is time to bring you in here. I didn't do any nighttime driving, because yeah, you've done 10 laps. Or you're going to be done 10 laps. So now you're going to switch to your softs. Run those. And do that. Where's the pit? Oh shit. Are we coming in now? Okay, that's fine. The ERS is actually fine. It's hot, but that's okay. We are going to have to pull back on Monty here. Because it's going to get hot, and we know we need to save an extra lap out of Monty's tire, so that's going to be okay. Bum, 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 bum. Bum. Yeah, the first time was in the rain, and it was terrible, because I practiced, because I was doing this, I was going to do this hardcore. I had no assist turned on, except I think I had the braking line in the corners, just because there's no depth perception in the game, and I needed to be able to see where the corners were coming up, so I could see the little colored lines off in the distance to let me know that a corner was coming. Mostly on the Mulsanne Straight, because they've got those chicanes in there, and it can be really hard to see where the hell they are in the game. So yeah, so I had no assists enabled, and there's rain, so every time I'd go through a puddle, if I had any power on the gas at all, my car would just flip out. It was very, 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 very difficult. I even had like manual gearing and everything. Oh shit, ERS is full. I'm telling my stories. They're important, my stories. So it was very difficult the first stint, and then after my stint, I sit around. So the event was, there was the sort of streamer YouTuber group, but then there was also a group of people who had won competitions in Forza to be there for a big proper tournament. And they could win huge prizes, like being flown out to a racetrack to do actual test driving in actual racing cars of some description. So it was like a big deal. So the influencers, we all ran in the, what is it called? LMP1, like, the fastest class of cars. Because at Le Mans, there's actually multiple classes of cars that drive simultaneously. So the pros were all in GP cars. So they were in slower cars than the streamers, but they lapped us continuously because they were just way, way, way freaking better. Right? It wasn't even close. It was ridiculous. They were in slower cars and they were crushing us like nothing. But afterwards, they I told them about things. They're like, "What? Are you crazy? Why wouldn't you like activate this and this and this and this for an assist? Like, not everything, because some of them, like some of the, you don't want like all the auto braking on all the traction control and various things. But there's a few things like, yeah, like leave the racing line on. You can ignore it, but leave it on. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, so the second stint, first of all, it was in the dry. That was the big difference. Oh, wonder. The second stint was in the dry, and I did super well. Super well. And yeah, we had full racing suit, racing helmet. It was scorching hot. You'd lose just buckets of sweat at the end of each one of your stints. It was ridiculous. We had the drinking tube. Mostly it was when I would go in for a pit stop, that would be my time to go and do the drinking tube thing. Monty's up in second. Everyone's doing the mediums right now, which is nice. How do I feel about the mode? The temperature's going down slightly on the conserve, but barely. So I think we're mostly going to be in this green mode for Monty throughout. She's got to do... How many laps? 19 per stint? Because 19 and 19 would bring us 38, right? Yeah, so 19. I do not have my racing suit anymore, unfortunately. The problem with the racing suit... So, they gave me and Angry Joe exactly the same size suit. Angry Joe is somewhat shorter than I am. And here's the thing: I could put on the suit, but I had to be very careful if I didn't want to turn certain body parts into crushed nuts. Hell, peanut butter. It would go that far. And I literally couldn't remove the suit to myself because once it was over my shoulders, it was locked in this way. From crotch to shoulders, it was locked. I had to get people to help me just yank it off my shoulders. Yeah. So I ended up giving it to my brother, who's into like a lot of racing and different things like that, and outdoorsy sports and things. So hopefully he still has it. But yeah, it was a full racing suit, like ranked, like rated for like fire safety. It was like the proper thing, gloves, everything. It was a hell of a cool environment. Anyway, so that I got contact of that, and I got to do some research. So I watched some Le Mans stuff. I did the racing, and then I got way into it, and I started watching the Le Mans. And then finally, at some point, it was like, well, let's check out this F1 stuff. Seems to be pretty popular. And there you go. Full body build. Yeah, no, it was incredibly uncomfortable. And this is back when I was slim. That was at my peak going to the gym, slimness, perfectness. Yeah. I wouldn't even be able to get it on now. So we're good. Yeah, because that was right around the time I did like the Tough Mudder stuff and everything. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yes, the whiskey and chocolate during story time. Thank you. Let's pause for a sec. How are we looking? Fuel's fine. Fuel's fine. Temperatures are being managed. That's good. In fact, I can probably go back to neutral here. I think Monty's going to be fine on neutral for the rest of the race. I probably got passed at some point where I could have used ERS to counter an overtake. There's no one near either one of the cars. Let me just go ahead. I'm going to double ERS right now just to burn through some of that. We'll unpause and check the message from... So that's Terminal Wander. Thank you very much for that. And yeah, sorry that I was so caught up in my story that we had to finish it. Do not get to see many streams, but here's $1 for every month I have subbed on the YouTube. Holy crap! Well, thank you very much, Terminal Wander. That is incredibly nice, and that is a really, 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 really long time. Holy crap, that's fantastic. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I'm planning on starting probably on YouTube a CK3 series soon. I made a post on Twitter and on the Discord asking for any suggestions you guys might have for the start and the setup and the theme. I am thinking I might do like a Buddhism pacifist thing where maybe I set a rule where I can't start a war. Well, allow all kinds of other nasty stuff to happen. But maybe we can't start a war would be an interesting little imitator. I think we're on lap... Okay, no, she's only on lap 7. No, you've got tons of tire left. Although the temperature is going to be a thing. I guess I'll go to push for now. She's starting lap 18, so this is the pit time. Yeah, I mean, we're still temperature limited. I could have not conserved as much as I did. It says 20 laps. Hold on. Wait. I'm going 19 and 19. Not 18 and 18. Okay. So just go to neutral, because you'll still climb on temp. Okay. Yeah, 19 then 18, I suppose. Actually, the second tire is going to have to do a lot more conserve for temperature. I think we want to go 18 then 19. I think I do want to pit this time. Yeah, I do want to pit this one. Because the second tire is going to start a lot hotter, which means we're going to have to do the conserve sooner. So, I mean, no matter what, we're not hitting the limits. So, oh, fucking first tire goes longer. No. Crit. First tire starts cooler. Yeah. First tire comes out of we start at 25%. It starts cooler, so we didn't have to conserve as early. The second tire is going to come out of the pits at 50%. So we're going to have to hit the conserve button a lot sooner, so it's going to last longer. So no, I do want to pit now. Yeah. Boy, you'd almost think I get confused about this stuff from time to time. Shut up, I don't want to hear anything. Okay, weather's fine. This is all good. Okay, go. I guess, yeah, you're right. We can just read it completely. So we don't care if it 100%. There we go. Valky coming through. I think I can do this with Valky now. Because we don't really have to conserve her tread. We just have to manage her temperature, which has been done at this point. I just want to wait for the optimal time to hit this bouton for the ERS, which is coming up very soon. Very soon. One more corner. And go. Alright, modes are good. Modes are good. There's no one near Balky, so she can ERS whenever she feels like it. So we don't have to do it now. There you go. Monty coming by Flores. Monty's coming up on Balky now. Although I think as long as Balky uses her own ERS charge, Monty's not actually going to catch. It should be okay. In fact, I'm going to do this in case we find ourselves needing to defend in this way. We don't have to. We're not going to be held up by Balky or anything like that. Temperatures are climbing over here, but we're going to be fine. Can't remember how much tire life do we have out of these? 14. Okay. Now we're in the box. What's in the box? Cars having their tires swapped. Third stream this year was Vampire Masquerade. Oh, CK3 Prince of Darkness. We dabbled with that, I think. And I think, was it a little weird? Maybe not. Maybe I should just go for it. Hot tires. No, we're still fine. I mean, we got to keep an eye on it. We're fine until it gets to the top. The red zone is actually okay. We've got a couple more laps to do? 3 more laps, I think. Where are we right now? We're over here. Okay, let's ERS a little bit. Monty's fuel is still fine, but in case I get distracted, we'll go to medium now. She's actually good on fuel. So when this lap is over, we'll have 15 laps left. I already forgot this number again. 14. Okay. So I think we're doing 2 more laps now. We have a lot of charge, but no one really around right now. Temps are okay. Holding on the super softs and pushing them right now. Well, I mean, he's going to max out his temperature in a second, then he's going to have to go to blue mode. Bail! Of course! Wait, does the CK3, does it have the Sabat stuff? Honestly, that... If I'm going to do a CK3 vampire run, Sabat-themed might actually be... Or Sabat, sorry. Might actually be the way to go. Alright, so he just entered his lowest performance band. On the softs, the cliff is at 10%, so we still have some life in here. It's 24. What's that? Rhea could have defended something here. Box now, right? 15 laps remaining. Is that accurate for the count? We'll have to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we box now, we have to do 14 more laps. Which is, yeah. This is 15, but when we get closer to the pits, this will switch to a 14. So I think that's what we do. I'm going to check here. Yeah, see, it says 14. Okay. Oh, shit, yeah, I could... Well, I didn't want to burn the tires because I wasn't sure that I was correct. I was worried that I was wrong. Should have just trusted my finger math. Monty suspension? No, she's fine. Tire temp's getting pretty high. I'm gonna wait for now, especially since we've got a person holding us up here. Oh, is there a fuck up on the front jack? Damn it! Cost us 1.1 seconds. I mean, that's not so bad. We're still total 2.6 seconds, which would be an excellent time in actual F1. Okay, hit the button now, because we're going to pay attention to Monty here, especially with our temperatures. Holden up Holden. Now, Holden's still smoking through this tire here, which is great. Yeah, he's still on orange mode over here. And this super isn't going to last until the end of the race. So we actually don't have to worry. Even if he passes us, we're going to end up passing when he pits. But the longer we can slow him up while he's on the softest tire and we're on the hardest tire is a huge win. Oh, there's he's ERSing. Oh, I can't hit the button yet. Go. We're going to be on the inside here. No, he's too far ahead. Okay. Oh, well. I might have been able to tend the ERS a little bit better, but I think he was getting past us anyway. He clearly has a lot of charge. He's still burning his charge, yeah. So he was going to pass us pretty fast regardless. Okay, temps are fairly high. Let me go ahead and hit this before it maxes out. Whether we yellow it now or we yellow it later is going to wash out the same. It's not like the fuel loads. The fuel loads, you really do want to use them as early as possible. Which, to me, I'm going to go ahead and put Monty back on high engine mode over here. Because we want to burn the fuel as early as possible to make our car as light as possible. Putting some distance between us over there. Oh, Balky is right behind someone. Okay, they just ERS'd. So that's fine. We'll use our own ERS when we get to the sweet spot corner. Whiskey and chocolate from Plain Coast Hills. Hey, count to 14 a live stream without even taking your socks off. Call me impressed. Man, if only I get my toes up here to help count, that would be very handy. Just because of the way the laps are counted, it's really easy to get an off by one error, which we used to have a lot early on. There was some confusion about some of the lap counts, and then it didn't help that like being lapped changes the count. So that turned out to be part of the confusion for a little while. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, we're just going to do the finger counting because it's going to be way easier. Because I can't just do the subtraction. Because the subtraction ends us with an off by one. And I can't remember if I'm supposed to add one or not. I guess I subtract and then add one. That's the number of laps, right? I think so. Okay, so there's not much going over here or here, actually. So there's nothing really for me to charge. The fuel on Monty is still going to be fine. Is the fuel burn lower on this track? I thought it was higher. Because it feels like it's going down quite slowly. Still no one near either one. Flores is in the pits right now. Good for him. Holden's still chewing through his tire pretty quickly. Temps are still climbing, but not too badly. You get the overtake in the pits, which is great. So yeah, neither car is near anyone else. So an ERS charge from Balky is unlikely to get us a movement right now. Although if we keep saving up some more, we'll see. Oh yeah, and the lap count doesn't update right away. That was the other thing that would throw us off for a while. We can see an example of it if you don't know what we're talking about. If we follow Monty here, so it says lap 27, right? We're about to go through the start-finish line over here. So right here, now we're on lap 28, except it hasn't updated yet. Still hasn't updated yet. So it throws you off. But then if you go, it'll update somewhere. Just takes like a few seconds. But if you toggle back and forth, then it updates. So that, before we figured that out, that was a huge source of confusion in the game until we realized. And especially the lap counter down here updates immediately when the first place person goes through the start finish. So sometimes you'll look and you'll see a number here, but it's not our actual lap number. It was a whole thing. There's the corner there. It's a good ERS spot over here. But I'm not full, and we're not being challenged yet. There's someone doing some fast movement there, but we can wait. Temps are okay. I'm going to boop Monty back down to yellow here, even though I'm pretty sure we can run some more orange. But again, we're going to go and have a safety buffer. We're probably going to have to burn some ERS on this lap. Yeah, Becker is just like crushing it. But his mediums aren't going to last to the end. But Becker's going to be able to come out of the box ahead of me. Becker's just so fucking fast. So fast. I wish I could know what their actual engine specs were. So Monty is now being challenged. What is Tyler? So Tyler's on these softs, but not even being that aggressive about it. It is interesting that it's being so difficult. How much charge do you have? Not that much. I'm going to go ahead and ERS now. Wow, the blue flag person is ERSing. There we go. Who's that? Surikov. Yeah, I guess we'll go with Balky. You're not really in a position to do anything with the ERS, which is too bad. And go. Okay. I think I'm going to have to switch to conserve in just a second here. Let's do that. Yeah, I am worried that I'm not going to be able to overcome them next year either. Their cars are... If we had been able to pass the freaking driver aid thing ban, then I think 100% we would have been able to, because our drivers are much better. Oh, shit. Nope. Monty, use it. Thank you. Okay, temps are good. Yeah, fuel's definitely good, actually. Yeah, this must be a low fuel track. Well, ERS to defend. Cancel. You're boxing now, Tyler. Haha. So Balky doesn't have to worry about passing here and can charge the ERS a little bit more. Yeah, fuel's good. Temperatures, we probably won't be able to... we'll be able to yellow mode Monty a little bit before the end. Maybe a little bit with Balky as well, although that's going to be dicey. Did you just come out of the pits? No. How did Balky overtake Holden? Maybe they caught up and then we repassed immediately. And they're... Holy shit. That was aggressive, too. No, because when we clicked... Because the pit lane exit is here, and the two cars are right over here. It wasn't a pit lane exit thing. Maybe I was confused. Maybe there's another car there that wasn't Holden. Must have been another... Oh, we passed him last lap, and he caught up this lap. Okay. We did get a little message about the pass, but it must have been shuffling back and forward while Holden was attempting to pass us. Oh, that's gonna be... Fuck, he's fast. Look at it. Even with ERS, he's pulling ahead. Jesus. That's rough. Fuel's okay? Fuel's okay. We really needed the driver's aid thing to pass. God damn it. I think Monty's finally gonna have to give it up here. No, we still have enough charge. Oh! Monty just denying Holden here. I think I kept saying Becker. I don't know. Becker's the one who's a million miles ahead. Yeah, next year will be interesting. Oh, God, if we don't get it next year. Yeah, we might be able to yellow tire for the end. I don't know about a Balky as much, because they're going to heat up a lot faster. And Balky has less tread as well. Okay, let me switch to medium now. We're still going to be fine fuel-wise, but let's make sure. Get over here. I mean, and there's not even that big of a gap to Flores, although enough that probably the sponsor objective is safe. Unless I mess something up. We're just going to have to hope for a lot of rainy races. But, you know, not like spa levels of rainy, because that would be bad. I'm thinking they might be saving up for the final ERS here. We'll have to keep watching. More laps. I'm preparing for auto ERS, but it's not the final lap yet. I don't want to do it now, because if he manually hits the ERS, we have to be able to defend. That's why I didn't want to quite hit the auto, and we need to make sure we stay ahead in these corners if we can, too. Oh, shit. See, just like that? We want to stay as a blocker for as long as possible. Now, it means we'll have less ERS for the end. Oh, he's double redding. Well, he was double redding for a second. Because, I mean, if he passes us, it doesn't matter if we save for the auto ERS. Right? He's just going to take off. He's probably going to pass us now, but at least there's a hope that maybe he'll waste some of the ERS in a bad place, not being... Well, there he goes. Anyway, all right, that's it. I should probably put the auto on for Balky earlier, because it looks like we're hitting it now. Oh, I could have done that. I thought I did earlier. Maybe not. It doesn't. He's way too fast. Riding the tires or not doesn't make a difference. But we'll get the podium finish. We'll get our sponsor objective. Honestly, second and third doesn't make a difference here to us at all. It was mostly just, you know, for our own personal, like, satisfaction. It makes no difference because the points don't matter anymore. We are 100% safe, and we can improve. Like, we're going to be second overall in the constructors. I mean, for practical purposes, we were locked into second place a couple of races ago, if not sooner than that. But definitely a couple of races ago. Like, it started today's stream. We were, for practical purposes, we were locked in. We weren't. It wasn't literally mathematical. If we'd gotten, like, you know, did not finishes on both cars multiple times, then maybe we could have lost it, but yeah, we're locked in. Well, we're going to put a cut in here, folks. We have gone over by 20 minutes, which is pretty standard on our Motorsport Manager runs. Next season, I'm really worried about that because of the extended qualifying. It's going to be much, much, much worse. But, you know, what are you going to do? Our next live stream is on Wednesday, where we're going to be playing Surviving Mars with the new Below and Beyond expansion DLC, which adds the ability to go under the surface of Mars and visit asteroids and stuff like that, which gives me kind of a Kerbal vibe. It is going to be a sponsored stream, but I really like Surviving Mars a lot. It is one of my go-to, like, not recording games. It's one of the ones I like filling a lot of time with, so I was very happy about that. And I'm happy to see more content for that. Otherwise, next Saturday, still figuring out something maybe multiplayer-oriented. And if you haven't done it already, on the Twitter and on the Discord, I want to have a discussion about maybe what to do for Crusader Kings 3, which will probably be a YouTube series. Might be a Buddhist pacifist thing, might be a vampire thing. I don't know. We'll see. Need to remind next week about Jenny to renew that. Actually, I'm going to work on that right now in between streams to renew Jenny's contract. Thanks for the reminder. See you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, and we're going to rate a Kiss for Luck right now. Stick around.